Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly video update. I am your host on this adventure, as always, Matt DeWolf, Editor-in-Chief of Carwash Magazine and Chief Marketing Officer for International Carwash Association. Today is Tuesday, January 31st. This month is almost over, friends. That means I hope you got off to a good start because one of your 12 opportunities this year to do great things in a month is behind you. So, let's see what we can get into, right? This show is all about giving you at least one key takeaway every single week. That's a lot of takeaways, so you should tune in. One key takeaway every single week and keep you up to date on what the heck is going on in the ever-changing car wash industry. So I'm going to start this week with one thing that I think is nice, right? And selfishly so, because it happened to me. So here's a quick story for you. So, a lot of times you go about your day-to-day activities, you're doing your work, you're doing your thing, you're just being you, right? And you don't hear a lot. You don't hear a lot of feedback. And I think we can get into these places sometimes with our team where we expect excellence and we expect them to do the right thing and then we expect them to perform a certain way, but we can forget to tell them that they're doing a great job, right? And so there's lots of little things that you can do, that we can do over the course of a day, over the course of a week, over the course of a month that can make a big difference for people and keep them feeling valued. And my one example that reminded me of this, and that I need to do a better job on this side, is Timothy Bailey from Overhead Garage Door here, Overhead Door. So he sent me a sweatshirt, and I had no idea why, but he wrote a nice personal letter quoting some material from one of our recent podcast episodes, saying thanks for doing what you do. I've learned a lot. So super valuable for me to see that and to feel that as a person who does this all the time. Even though I know that I'm just going to try to do the best every day, even though you know that you're going to do the best every single day and your team is going to do the best every day, sometimes it's really nice for them to hear it. So that's one key takeaway today. Let your team know how they're doing. Let them know that you appreciate them. Let them know that they're doing a great job. Full stop. Okay. Now, let's get into some events, shall we? So a couple of things coming up I want to talk about. One is something that ICA just released. We started this right around COVID when that pandemic started in 2020. We've evolved that now. So we have Pulse, which is ICA's research brand. Everything we do from a research perspective is going to come out of under that Pulse identity. And so be looking for that. You can get more information about it at carwash.org/pulse. This is, however, something that is members only. So you got to be a member of ICA to get access to this data. It's surveys on sentiment in the industry. It's outside economic indicators that might impact the industry. It's all kinds of great stuff for you. So if you want to make sure that you're in the know on that and you want to keep out in front of the competition, that's carwash.org/pulse. Check it out and join the International Car Wash Association. All right, we got a couple events coming up. One of those is the Southeast Car Wash Association Spring Roadshow. That's Feb 15 and 16. I believe that is in Fort Lauderdale, so you can go check out some washes down there. And then another important deadline I want you all to be aware of, we've got the Emerging Leaders Scholarship deadline coming up February 28th. So that's in not very much time, friends. At the end of this next month here. That is a scholarship for people to be able to attend the Car Wash Show who are up and coming leaders in your organizations. So make sure you get them nominated, get them hooked up. We love to see those folks who are coming up on a fast path in this industry. So that can be found at thecarwashshow.com. Go to the bottom. Emerging Leader Scholarship. Go check it out. What else do we have going on right now? Well, a few things. It would not be a show if we did not talk about somebody opening a location or somebody growing. So Mint Eco Car Wash down in Palm Beach County, they've added another there. That puts them at 10. And I think that their goal is to hit 50 in the not too distant future. So they're a group we probably need to have on this show. And we're going to have a conversation with them. We'll try and get that lined up for you all, so we make sure that you can kind of get the backstory on what they're doing, what they're up to. Another group that is on a pretty amazing trajectory. Let's check this out here. So Splash down in Arkansas is marking a record year and really kind of setting themselves up for the future. I'm going to read some numbers, all right? So I'm going to, these are, as my teenage daughter would say, these are straight facts, no cap, all right? So in the year just completed, they're up to a record 300 employees. They served 95,388 oil change customers and 798,328, that's a very exact number, car wash customers at 18 different facilities. In the 6 years dating back to 2016, they've nearly quadrupled their staff from 80 to 300. Pretty amazing growth. Pretty impressive stuff when you see what a Splash location looks like down there in Arkansas. Their latest is one of these mega builds, which we're going to do a story on in the coming months, so be on the lookout for that. But really big news from Splash, and they are positioned to continue to add jobs and to drive their kind of company culture forward with 15 locations in the pipeline for the next 2 years. Now think about that. They're at 18 right now. They're going to double just about here in the next 2 years. So big growth for them. And then the last thing I want to make sure that I share with folks is something I've been kind of sharing with you when they come out, when they get released. And that's something from Zips. They've got their latest car wash combos. And so what the heck is this? Well, they're doing these conversations with their NIL agreements with the different organizations that they partner with. And they're being really creative in how they do this, and they're leveraging some content creation to kind of create an experiential kind of piece that they can use to market it. Instead of just saying, hey, college athlete, will you come and like stand outside the wash and maybe sign some autographs and talk to some people? That's not a bad idea. But this is a really, really neat way, really different way to get some awareness around this and to leverage the power of these NIL agreements. So check out just a little bit of this video. We won't show the whole thing, but just a little bit. Here you go.
I'm a Tar Heel born, I'm a Tar Heel bred, and when I die, I'm a Tar Heel dead. Singing rah rah Carolina, light up, rah rah Carolina, light up.
What's up, guys? This is Zips Car Wash Combos. My name is Caitlin Schmidt.
And my name is Alyssa Usby, a starter with the UNC women's basketball team.
We're about to get our car cleaned and get to know Alyssa a little bit better. Let's go. So, UNC's a big sneaker school, obviously with Jordans. So, if you had to pick one pair of sneakers that would be your favorite?
No question, it would be the UNC 3s.
Currently
on one right now.
Had to put them on for the car wash.
Duh.
So, Alyssa, if you could compare yourself to any animal, what would it be?
I would say either a jackrabbit because I'm fast or a giraffe because I'm tall.
Okay, fair. Both pretty good attributes,
Yeah?
though, I would say.
Yeah.
But you got the hops.
Right, true. The kangaroo action.
Yay!
A lot of animals.
So your go-to karaoke song that you know like all the lyrics to?
Party in the USA.
Yes, sir! Can you sample?
Yeah! It's a party in the USA!
Yeah! Okay, so what's more satisfying, getting your car washed or your teeth cleaned?
There's nothing like a Zips car wash, get my car clean, and driving to practice, everyone else got their cars all dirty, and I'm like, hey, you might as well zip over to Zips.
Oh yeah, no, and the lights, come on.
Yeah.
Like, it's the full experience. So when did you know that you love it?
All right, everybody. If you want to watch the rest of it, you can find that at Zips YouTube channel. You can go check that out. Super cool stuff. I got 2 more things for you, and then it's time for you to get back to the business of washing cars, all right? So here's the 2 things left. Number one thing I want you to do today, maybe tomorrow, maybe you don't have time today, go to carwash.org/community. I want you to tell us how much of an impact you had on your community in 2022. Okay, so I want to know the charitable organizations that you partnered with. I want to know how much you contributed, both in dollars and volunteer hours. And I want to kind of know your backstory. Why did you do it? Why is it important to you as an organization? Because I am wanting to award the Community Impact Award to the car washes who are doing the most in their community and having the most impact on the communities that they serve. And at the end of the day, I think we're going to have a really powerful story about what we do as an industry to impact the communities that we serve. So make sure you submit that information. And then one more thing for you, friends. I've got just a magazine article that I want to talk to you about real quick. In the last year and a half, we've been talking a lot about what's going on in the economy. Inflation, are we in a recession? Is it already happening? Are we going to be in one? All these different things. And part of that conversation is always some talking about pricing. Now, we don't talk about pricing. We don't suggest pricing models for you, but we did write an article in the recent issue of Car Wash Magazine that's all about how to be transparent when you're communicating those pricing changes, right? So your odds are good that you're going to have to change your price at some point. It's just going to happen, right? the challenge is, when do you talk about it? How much do you say? How do you go about that to make sure you're not alienating some of your customer base? And so really a powerful way for you to make sure that you are armed to make really great decisions in the moment and to make sure that you stay ahead of any potential problems. Check that out. That's at carwashmagazine.com. You can get it in the Carwash Magazine app. Or if you are an ICA member, you already saw this article because you got it in the printed copy that was mailed to your mailing address. So that's all I got for you all today. Look, here's the deal. You know there's just one thing you've got to do. And when you're out there killing it washing cars, keep it clean.